Is trust given or earned? Netflix's new competition series, The Trust, is the ultimate test of human nature, and you can trust that you're going to be obsessed. 11 strangers are offered $250,000 and a choice to share the money equally or vote each other out to take more for themselves. Would you choose to split the money? Could you trust others to share? Find out if good is greater than greed. The Trust, a game of greed, is now streaming on Netflix.
Get ready for a new horror rom-com, Lisa Frankenstein, starring Katherine Newton and Cole Sprouse. From director Zelda Williams and acclaimed writer Diablo Cody comes the 80s-inspired coming-of-rage love story, starring Katherine Newton as a misunderstood teenager and Cole Sprouse as a handsome reanimated corpse who together embark on a murderous journey to find love, happiness, and a few missing body parts along the way. Lisa Frankenstein, only in theaters February 9th. Visit LisaFrankensteinFilm.com to get tickets now. Rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13.
I'm Scott Barry Kaufman, host of the Psychology Podcast. I'm a cognitive scientist, and I've written 10 books and hundreds of articles on topics such as intelligence, introversion, and education. The Psychology Podcast is a place where we investigate the different ways in which we can unlock human potential, and where I get to interview some of the most extraordinary and fascinating people, and we have real conversations about what it means to achieve success and what it means to be human. Listen to the Psychology Podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
The celebrity memoir holds up a mirror to society.
That's why we started our podcast, Celebrity Book Club with Stephen and Lily,
where we read celebrity memoirs,
total guilty pleasures,
and then synthesize probing cultural analyses from the text, from Jessica Simpson to historical figures like Helen Keller.
Isn't that a delicious mix of highbrow and low?
It certainly is. Listen to Celebrity Book Club with Stephen and Lily on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Second date update.
Are dating apps officially dead? It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning. I mean, I've heard people complain about them a lot.
Yeah.
Like Brooke says she can't get hers to swipe right fast enough.
I don't
Load
have one,
speeds
Jeff.
are too slow.
Yeah.
And Jose keeps emailing the help desk asking if they can add in a bikini barista search feature.
Yeah,
I wish.
I know.
So-
Where's that hashtag?
Don't worry, I found them all on Instagram.
Yeah.
Clearly, not everybody is thrilled with them, but apparently there's a new movement that's happening right now that I didn't know about.
What's that?
People are banding together to get off the apps altogether and try
Really?
something completely different, which is how today's caller, Troy, wound up meeting a young woman the other day. Let's learn about it. Troy, welcome to the show.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
We're doing good.
Whenever you say, Jeffrey, meeting a young woman, I either picture this guy's going to be a grandpa
I know,
or
same.
we need to check somebody's ID. Like, it's a weird,
I'm just talking about relative to the people in this room. It's probably a pretty young woman. So tell us more about this wonderful young lady that you met. What's her name?
Young lady.
So the lady that I met is Melanie.
Okay. All right.
And-
I'm curious to see how you met her.
Yeah, what's this movement that you were kind of telling me about in the email?
So it's pretty interesting, to be honest. My friends told me about this new thing that people are doing. It's called Unfit Run Club.
What is it again?
Say it one more time.
Unfit Run Club.
Unfit Run Club. I love it.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's for people who aren't like runners like Alexis.
Exactly, but it's just get a reason to meet new people.
Yeah,
Kind of.
that's awesome.
That's fun. And they usually meet at like a bar, I feel like. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen like the sofa to 5K groups too, you know. That's
Yeah.
rad. Good for you.
So how did this work?
Yeah, so basically, instead of trying to meet new people on dating apps, which has been stressful, they're starting to plan these big get-togethers.
So wait, it's not just for running. This is actually to meet other singles as well?
The way it's supposed to be is we stop occasionally, we take some pictures, mingle, keep going, and then at the very end, we all go to the bar.
Oh,
okay.
Hey,
It's
all
nice
right.
because it's like a little more casual than like a speed dating event where you have 2 minutes to talk to
That's
everybody in the room and there's all this pressure. This is like mingle at your own pace.
But it's unfit, so it depends on how out of breath you are during the run.
Yeah.
If you're able to talk to anybody.
There's the one person who comes in an hour later than everybody else, but sure.
Super
I mean,
sweaty.
there's big groups of people walking too. So you can absolutely do that if you want to. You're not, it's not mandatory for you to actually jog and break your
This
sweat.
sounds great.
Yeah.
Honestly, like,
Once walking was involved, like the slow pace, Jose's all
I
in now.
just mean anybody at any level can join this.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
cool.
So tell us about how your Unfit Run Club event went.
Well, I went with some of my friends.
Okay, so you had backup on this. All right.
Even better, it's a win-win.
Oh, yeah.
And were you all looking to meet somebody, or were they just totally coming as your wingman?
Do you mean, Brooke, are you asking, are they all trying to meet one woman?
No.
Or did they? Because that could be an option, too.
Not the same. I just mean, like, is everybody's intentions the same here, or are they just coming just for you?
Okay.
Well, they checked it out before. They heard me on dating apps still, and they said, dude, come check this out.
Okay. Oh, is there a recommendation? Okay.
And so you said you met someone named Melanie. How did that happen?
Yeah, so once we got to the bar, I met this girl, Melanie.
Right.
And we started talking and chatting there.
Okay, and were you guys able to connect pretty well?
Well, yeah, she was a really sweet girl, down to earth, and we cracked a couple of jokes about the dating app. So we definitely connected.
I was hoping it was like she was not nice, but you still went out to the whole date, you know? No, actually, she was awful.
Yeah, that would be
really
weird.
Just
But
kidding.
you said you both bonded over not being on dating apps anymore.
Yeah, correct, yep.
Okay, so did she explain why she had given it up? Was it the same reason?
I think everyone has the same reason.
I delete mine every 2 months. And then
you
I'm
do?
back.
Okay. All right.
How was the conversation with her?
The conversation went pretty good, you know, but then kind of ended in about 10 minutes, I would say. We didn't have a lot of time,
10
Only
minutes.
10
Did you say
minutes.
10 minutes, bro?
Why so quick?
Well, if you think about it, I'm at the bar. It's a lot of people. I'm with my friend. She's with her friends. You know?
Yeah, you were getting your friends. You get friends split off to talk to each other.
Okay, so
Yeah, but one thing I'll tell you I did do, I did get her number.
well, that's
Yeah,
good.
Oh. Did you ask her for the number or did you just take it?
Oh, yeah, did you just get it?
Take it
Scour
out.
the
No,
internet?
I asked her. I told her I want to continue. You know?
Okay.
That's good, man.
So did you guys go out again then?
No,
Or
so-
actually go out for a first time?
So this is where, you know, I'm stuck now and I need your help a little bit. But I texted her. I said, hey, you know, it's Troy, the guy from the bar and you know, the unfit event that we went to. And she goes, blank, ghost. No answer.
Oh, no answer.
Oh, no.
Maybe she just wasn't into the event, like, as in general. Maybe she wanted to go back to the dating apps after it. Like, if Alexis, if you went to something like this, do you think you would actually be into it?
Well, no, but I don't really like runner guys. I'm kind of traumatized after running with them.
Well, this is unfit
So
runners.
this is non-runners.
That's true, but I mean,
These are guys that are
She's
like,
like,
I'll be with you.
that's true, but they're slow. So
how sweaty were you when you were talking to her at the bar? You know,
good question.
That's a good question.
Hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, I was probably like a 2.5.
okay.
Okay,
So you
that's
were
better.
Broke a sweat, but
you were a walker.
Got it.
All right.
Okay.
Wow.
We can't get through one of these without Brooke shaming the male person, so I'm glad we got that out of
shame
the way.
anyone.
Well, it happens. So now we're going to
walk
call
her on the
Melanie here in just a minute. We'll reach out and see if we can get you a second date update, and maybe she'll shame you a little bit more before we get into it.
She shames it when she likes you, though.
What are you talking about? I'm a big sweater.
We're going to do
I am.
Gross.
What type of guy in yoga?
Keeps getting worse. We're going to come back for your second date update right after this.
Second date update.
It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning. And if you've ever been to a charity 5K run, you may have seen Brooke there on the sidelines booing the people who finished last because they walked or didn't walk fast enough or had crutches after their amputation.
Why were we already laughing? Like, we knew Jeff was
Because
going
we've
to go.
all seen that happen before. We've been there next to her while it goes
We
on.
have done charity 5Ks with Brooke.
And I often host them and encourage people
Yes.
and get
To
excited.
run and not walk, and we know. Otherwise,
what I
do you
said.
even want to cure this disease? Pick up the pace, slowpokes. I've heard it. You don't have to repeat it here. The only
Like,
reason.
slow, Leo. Come on.
Only reason I bring it up now is because there was a meetup of the Unfit Run Club, as they
Yes.
call it.
His words, not mine. Thank you
true.
very much.
That's the name of the club. The whole point of it is to help people get off of the dating apps and get back to meeting people in real life. They do theirs at the park while they all run or sometimes walk around, getting to know each other. And that's where Troy met a woman named Melanie the other day. Brooke has already gone on record to say, just listening to Troy's voice, she knows that he's a walker who does not sweat enough.
Did not say that. Alexis asked if he was really sweaty when he met Melanie, and he said he was at a 2. A 2 means that you're not running really hard. It's not a bad thing,
No,
Troy.
you're
That's
just
Troy, she
hard.
calls you out of shape.
No,
what do you
I
think?
didn't, Troy.
Wow, I'm not out of shape.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Troy.
Some people just wear deodorant and don't sweat as much, Brooke.
Okay, I am a big sweater, all right?
So, again, I've done like this on the last 40 of these calls we've had to do, but once again, I apologize for my
What are you
co-host,
talking
Brooke.
about?
We are still going to try and get you a second
Okay.
date here.
Troy.
Okay,
Yes.
Troy?
All right, sounds good. I mean, I'm pretty positive. I think you guys could pull it off, and it went well.
All right, so we're about to call her right now, but just in case you're tuning in for the first time,
Yeah.
Melanie ghosted Troy after they had hung out for 10 minutes at the very end of this
Yeah.
event.
So she may not even remember him, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Not it as a bad thing. I mean, he said there was tons of people there.
So I'm positive enough to believe that she will remember you, but you know what? Brooke has to get that
Paul.
last jab in. Here
no,
we go.
it's not a jab.
I'm memorable, trust me.
Yeah, you should,
I
buddy.
believe that,
All
Troy.
right. Let's dial Melanie's
Oh,
number.
God.
Let's see if she picks
You're
up.
not even going to talk anymore.
Hello.
Hey, we're looking to speak with Melanie.
This is Melanie Metz calling.
Yeah, you may. This is a radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Even when you say my name.
Emphasis
it's
on the
just
Brooke.
Yeah, Brooke.
Well,
Hi, Melanie.
It's an
We're
English
really
show.
happy to talk to you.
Welcome to Brooke and
Yeah.
Jeffrey.
Thank you for answering and being here.
Hi.
Sorry, we're awake.
sorry, I know this is probably weird, but we're doing a segment right now called a second date update, and we're trying to help out one of our listeners that you met the other day at something called the Unfit Run Club.
Okay. Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Sounds like a fun time. A real creative way to meet other singles.
Yeah. Well, someone that you met there had a really good time, felt like he had a connection with you. His name was Troy.
That's interesting. I met a lot of guys that night.
Knew it.
Can you be a little bit more specific?
Uh-oh.
More specific than his name was Troy?
Yeah.
You guys talked for 10 minutes. He was at a sweat level of around 2.
That's really all we know.
He didn't tell us a lot of details about what you guys talked
Brooke,
about.
don't gloat right now in front of
I'm not
the person.
gloating. I'm not gloating.
This big smile on your face.
I
he's kind of like a soft-spoken, like really nice guy.
Yeah.
I met a lot of guys that night. Like, I was getting a lot of attention that night.
Oh, okay, girl.
Okay.
But wait,
Well, that's great.
remember they bonded over quitting dating apps, about
Oh,
how
right.
bad dating apps
Oh,
are.
yeah.
That's what you all talked about.
Oh, yes. I remember him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Look, see?
Yeah, but the way that she said
Yeah,
it didn't give me a lot of hope there. What do you remember about him?
But what I remember is that he is a liar.
He's a liar?
Whoa, wait.
Wait.
Yes.
Liar.
Okay, well, you guys talked for 10 minutes, he said.
Yeah, right. It was 10 minutes.
Okay, so that's
and,
the truth.
And finished talking, I went over to my friends who recognized him from the dating apps, and he's still on them.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, but maybe he just didn't get around to deleting his profile. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that sounds good, but no.
Wow, that's a lie.
Why
yeah.
no?
Yeah, because he tried to hook up with one of my friends before the event and match with another one of my friends after the event. And I promise you, he said to me definitively, I'm never using a dating app again. He's a
Okay.
liar. He's a liar.
He didn't add after I hit on your friend, I'm never using it.
No stipulations?
That's why I'm no longer on a dating app, and that's why I am no longer talking to him.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like why lie about
I
it?
see. Maybe
Right.
you don't.
Seriously.
Well, I know you're against talking to him on the dating apps, but what about talking to him right now
Sorry.
over the phone, IRL?
No, thank you.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry
Well,
about that.
yeah, it wasn't really a question because I'm just
Yeah.
trying to tell you he is on the phone right now listening
Our
to this
bad.
conversation.
What?
Yeah,
Sorry.
No.
that's how this works.
No, he's not. No.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
There he is.
Oh,
And he
Troy.
sounds very stalkerish. Did you hear it? Yes, I am. That was really creepy.
You didn't mean to be
Yeah.
creepy.
Well, let's give Troy a chance to step in and maybe defend himself a little bit. Troy, go ahead. You have the floor.
All right, first of all, I'm not a bad guy. I just want to clear that up. She didn't lie. So let me point that out. I'll give her credit, okay?
Who didn't
Wait,
lie?
who didn't lie?
Well, Melanie didn't lie by saying that I was still on the dating app and whatnot. But
So you did?
We know, bro.
I know, but I met her for 10 minutes, right? We met for 10 minutes. She gave me her phone number. I text her, and she's not responding. It kind of like made me realize that this thing might not be working out, and let me stick to what I'm doing originally.
Wait. She said that you were on the dating app by the end of the night hitting on her friend.
I'm just saying, I want to get off the dating apps in theory, like in general.
Okay. His heart was in the right place when
He just didn't reply fast enough, basically, is what it sounds like.
It's a fast-moving world, you know. You got to play with the game, so
What?
you got to be quick.
No, I thought you were coming in as the nice guy, like the guy who is like ready to stop playing the games. And
I mean, I am a nice guy, but you know, if I find a girl that's ready, you know, to communicate and continue the conversation, then of course I'm going to give it everything. But that wasn't the case.
you gave her like 15 minutes, it sounds like, to respond to a text.
He's a creep. That you can hear it in his voice.
Okay. I don't think we need to go that far,
Yeah.
Melody, and shame him for the sound of his voice. He's already been shamed for the amount that he doesn't sweat enough on the show. So
Hey, if I'm a creep, why did your friend match with me then? You know, I'm not a creep. I'm just trying to find the right person.
So now you're bragging that you're going out with her friend?
well, he's not going out. They matched.
She didn't return my message either, but I'm open.
I'm hoping.
It's persistent.
Well, let me tell you something, Troy. My friend is a creep, too, so she'll hear from her.
Wait, she's a creep. That didn't make sense.
Are they perfect for each other?
Yeah.
No, she's a creep. She's even worse than him.
Well, maybe you should hook your friend
That's
up.
why they match.
Well,
That's why they matched.
Maybe
Okay.
your friend and Troy should go out on a date at some point.
Can we do that? Can we ask that question?
We don't need to
Because-
ask. They'll creep on each other.
Yeah,
naturally.
it doesn't sound like Melanie is into this at all, but maybe, Melanie, we could offer to send Troy out with your friend on a date that your creepy friend,
creepy friend.
on a date that we would pay for?
That might work.
Really?
That
No
might
way,
work.
she's
Yeah.
into it. Troy,
Okay.
Are you being
down?
serious?
Yeah, she'll date anyone.
Oh my God.
Oh.
How are you going to pitch your friend on that? So this guy that I don't like and is creepy.
Well, they already matched, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Troy.
Wait. Well, now you're telling me she'll date anyone. I kind of don't want that.
Come on, now you have words, bro.
You don't have a lot of options here, dude.
Okay, you know what? You talk me into it. I'll do it.
You are something, Troy.
All right, we've scraped the bottom of the barrel officially, and we are
Wow.
sending you out on a date with Melanie's creepy friend.
Oh my God.
Yay, I'm happy to. It's going to go great. I can't wait to hear the details.
And Troy will be here for you when she ghosts you, and we can do a second date update for her as well.
Hey, Melanie, I just want to say one thing. Hate the game, not the player.
Okay. We're not doing
Glad you saved that, bud.
You know, you guys, if you guys weren't on the phone, I would have hung up.
Actually,
Thanks for your patience.
I am going to hang up on everybody right now.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's your second date update. Goodbye.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
I will say I do appreciate our listeners using old catchphrases from the 90s. Hate the player, not the game. Glad he held on to that to the very end.
Yeah, I actually
was like, preach.
Yeah, could have been part of that band Blackstreet. You know, you remember that?
I do. What did he sing?
No diggity. Yeah.
All right.
Sorry,
Well, I'm sure.
bringing it back for you guys.
Let's see. Those were the final words from our listener, Troy, who caused our text board to blow up with people that cannot wait to hear about his upcoming hangout with him and his soon-to-be creeper date.
Oh, my God.
They're going to raise the roof together. I have no doubt.
The creeper roof.
Yeah.
I love that everyone's always like, oh, they're a creeper, get away. But when two creepers meet, they're like, I'll creep on you, I'll creep on you. Okay, let's do this.
Match
But
made in
like,
heaven.
what kind of friend is she that she's like, yeah, my friend is.
We should have probably asked details on what makes her creepy.
That's true. Well,
We were just happy to get him a date with anybody. Let's
think
be
he was,
honest.
too.
And I do hope that we get an update from them. Because you never know with this show what relationships will and won't work out.
Even if the update's like, oh, yeah, I was supposed to go out with that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We'll see. But if you ever need help with your dating life, you can always reach out to the show.
Yes.
We'll call that person who isn't calling you back. And go check out all of our second dates wherever you get your podcasts at Brooke and Jeffrey.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Get ready for a new horror rom-com, Lisa Frankenstein, starring Katherine Newton and Cole Sprouse. From director Zelda Williams and acclaimed writer Diablo Cody comes the 80s-inspired coming-of-age love story, starring Katherine Newton as a misunderstood teenager and Cole Sprouse as a handsome reanimated corpse who together embark on a murderous journey to find love, happiness, and a few missing body parts along the way. Lisa Frankenstein, only in theaters February 9th. Visit LisaFrankensteinFilm.com to get tickets now. Rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13.
I'm Scott Barry Kaufman, host of the Psychology Podcast. I'm a cognitive scientist, and I've written 10 books and hundreds of articles on topics such as intelligence, introversion, and education. The Psychology Podcast is a place where we investigate the different ways in which we can unlock human potential, and where I get to interview some of the most extraordinary and fascinating people, and we have real conversations about what it means to achieve success and what it means to be human. Listen to the Psychology Podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Alec Baldwin. This past season on my podcast, Here's the Thing, I spoke with more actors, musicians, policymakers, and so many other fascinating people, like jazz bassist Christian McBride.
Jazz is based on improvisation, but there's very much a form to it. Most pop songs have a very strict structure, verse, chorus, whereas jazz, you get a melody with a set of chord changes. You play that melody with those chord changes. Now, once you do that, you have a conversation based on that melody and those chord changes. So it's kind of like giving someone a topic and say, okay, talk about this.
And comedian and actor Caroline Ray. You're most comfortable when you're on stage.
Probably.
You really love it.
Yeah, I feel like I always think my stand-up is a dinner party. I know what I'm going to make. You're my guest. I don't know what's going to happen. But the thing about stand-up that amazes me is it's only going to happen in that moment in time. Even if we film it, it's never going to be what it feels like live.
Listen to the new season of Here's the Thing on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Since 1979, TireRack.com has been helping people find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. They sell only the best, like the full line of Kumho tires. Test results, ratings, and reviews are there to assist, or try the Tire Decision Guide to get a personalized tire recommendation. Tires ship fast and free to you or to one of over 10,000 recommended installers. In many areas, they offer mobile tire installation that comes to your home or office. Shop Kumho tires at TireRack.com.